welcome back to the studio after that first match of the best of three between Thingy and Kolbaz Inside. Thingy shot Kolbaz Inside with all their thingies and killed all their thingies and so on and so on. And let's get the match stats up on screen so we can discuss that a little bit. Oh, they're not ready, it appears. So we actually had a slight kind of problem. So CCP Dolan is not with us here on the set right now.
Either that or he's invisible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's going to be back in a little while.
Oh, there we go, the stats.
So we'll look at the stats until he gets back. So Kolbaz Inside bringing this kind of triple Sleipnir setup pretty good. But Thingy just outpiloting them, or was this just a direct counter?
I don't think this was a clear case of outpiloting. It's really just a case of stronger setup, I think, in this matchup. The drone teams we've been seeing brawl extremely effectively. They're only really vulnerable. Well, they're vulnerable to a couple of things. Smart bombs, of course, being the main one. And Kolbaz Inside brought what was really a tournament mainstay in the Sleipnirs with a nice twist for the new tournaments with the bursts. But it just wasn't enough. There's so much damage and so much tank you can get from these EOS and Vexor teams that I'm expecting that we'll see some more of that, potentially even in an upcoming match. Because again, like we've said, Thingy and the Warlords team practicing together, they've seen each other set up, so they're probably going to be copying each other quite a bit.
You know what would have been funny if this was actually, if Exodus was in one of these matches, so it would actually be like Exodus Thingy versus WeHurt, or Dyslexidus versus WeHurt.
Then you could have the practice partners up against each other.
So that would have been amazing. So I actually have one point here about the logistics frigates. We've been seeing them used quite a lot, but then we see them also just as soon as one falls, the entire setup kind of crumbles.
Yeah. The strength of the logistics frigates is that they can rep each other, which gives them a great local tank or kind of tank for themselves compared to what you see from other lodges. Yeah. But it also means that once one goes down, the other one is easy pickings.
Yeah, but I mean, so we're also seeing at the same time when we see those logistics cruisers, we have, for instance, the Oniras and the Scimitar and so on, and they're drawing so much fire, they're drawing so much attention to themselves, and just keeping them in the back and then just having teams kind of having to power through your team to get to the Logi, and if they don't want to do that, then they just hit a brick wall by shooting a ship under like these massive T2
tech to resist. Yeah. I mean, being able to kill the opposing Logi cruiser is one of the really key fundamentals of any tournament team. The reason that we've seen so much popularity, or one of the big reasons we've seen so much popularity between Dominic's and Ishtar setups, is that they kill Logi cruisers really effectively. And then one of the strengths of a team like Warlords is that when they get a fast setup, they show up and just execute logistics. They'll hover around the outside of a match, swoop in, and pick them off very quickly. Very, very effectively. I've actually got in our tournament app a replay of the last Warlords versus Thingy match, if we're able to pull that up, and I can walk through a little bit of how the piloting we've been seeing from Warlords works out, because they've been doing a great job with it.
So actually, we have a much prettier person than CCP Dolan here joining us for a little bit. We're actually going to be saying goodbye to you just after we go into this replay. But I just wanted to ask you, so what do you think of the tournament so far?
I've had a wonderful time. It's very exciting, and I'm actually very sad that Semicolon dropped out today. I was rooting for them and hoping that they'd go further into it. But other than that, we'll see what comes.
Yeah. Which team are you cheering for at this point of the teams that are remaining?
I'm still undecided. I'm staying away from WeHurt just because I'm
anti-hype train?
Yes, anti-hype train.
You don't like trains? I'm shocked.
Well, I used to like trains, but then you started talking about them, so not so much anymore. But yeah, we'll just have to see what comes from it.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I think the thing with the tournaments is the next couple of days really take their toll on the pilots.
Yes.
There's so little time in between each match, and to try and completely change your strategy when you weren't expecting something from your enemy takes a lot, and we'll see how the guys that are dealing with today then have to bring back all of it tomorrow and do it all over again. So
you know what? we're actually just 3 minutes away from this match, so we'll just have you here until we go into that match, and then we'll swap you out for Dolan, and he can commentate the match. So I'm just going to go over the bans here for this match between WeHeard and Warlords of the Deep. We're now talking about that. The hat is on. The train is going to keep rolling, crushing that penny that was placed on the tracks to begin with. WeHeard have banned out the Sleipnir, like the last time. Warlords of the Deep banned out the Dominix and the Ishtar, like the last time. But WeHeard turned around and banned out the Curse.
Smart ban, I think.
So,
it's obviously, I think, a key linchpin to this particular setup we saw from Thingy and Hydrus, or the Warlord so far. The Claymore and Hound team is very, very poor at killing frigates, so you need a way to get the frigates off the field, get them out of the fight. And the Curse does that wonderfully. Without the Curse, this team is not nearly as strong. No. There's really nothing you can replace it with that fills that same role.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, like we've been talking about, Warlords is a team that has such a deep reservoir of setups. Like, you can't ban them out. You can't be like, you know what, we're going to ban the Curse. And they won't be like, oh, I don't know what we can fly now, guys. They'll have like 800 different setups just set up and ready to go. And they know exactly what limits each setup and how to counter each setup. It's just a matter of, can you bring a setup that's as good as theirs, and can you fly it well enough to take them out? Yeah,
I mean, what they've basically done with that great performance in the first match is they've put WeHeard on the defensive.
Yes.
WeHeard is now reacting with their bans instead of trying to predict what the Warlords guys are bring next.
Yeah.
So they're completely in a reactive, we just need to stop what they brought last time mode.
Yep. And with that, the match is ready. So your predictions, CCP Fuzzy.
Oh, it's tough. I'm going to predict that this goes to 3 matches and that WeHeard wins this match.
CCP Mimic.
I'm going for Warlords.
You agree with CCP Dolan. He also went for Warlords.
Yep.
I see that circled on his sheet of paper there. I'm continuously on this train, so I'm going WeHeard once more.